All right, the Cubs are in basically the same position they were a year ago, split between either clear buyer or clear seller. But once again, it seems, thanks to Otis the Owl, they're getting hot in July and trying to force Jed Hoyer's hand. They have a chance today to sweep the Orioles and could be catching the Cardinals at the right time with a 4-game series ahead of the All-Star break coming up. If the Cubs can stay hot and win this series against St. Louis, it would be 3 straight series victories for the Chicago Cubs, and shot or no shot, they would need to be buyers at the deadline.
The shot. Absolute shot. You're 3.5 back in the wild card. Dust off the debit card and let's go.
You're just unbelievable. You had them dead and buried, and now they're resurrection. They're alive now. They're alive. You had them dead and buried. You wanted to trade off parts. Not even 2 weeks ago.
I did.
Now what?
They're playing better baseball, and the power of the Owl's real. I had to. Jed didn't do anything. What did he do?
And by the way, when we say that, Shay, let's put that in context. When we say that, you say, add on. Well, it starts with the bullpen because you need a reliable 9th inning guy, reliable 8th inning guy, reliable 7th inning guy. You need that. Even though you might have a kid that you might believe in now in Biggie, you still need to have arms that you can trust, veteran arms.
Porter Hodge is showing you could trust him. He was outstanding last night, inning and a third.
That's a sample size. You're better than that.
Okay, you're getting Julian Merriweather back. He's had a great year last year.
How about this year?
He's been hurt.
Exactly.
He had a broken rib.
I think changing the dynamic is the whole part of our conversation we've had, isn't it? The dynamic changing. Fresh arms.
Right. But
new look on the ball club.
But if you take 2 of 3 from the Angels, okay, they're not very good.
No.
Then if you take 2 of 3 or sweep Baltimore, now you got to go to St. Louis and play good baseball. Let's worry about today. It's the only thing we can control is the game in front of us today.
I think the conversation is if you're adding on, and to Shay's point, if you're adding on, what are you adding on to besides the bullpen? Because that's where you need the most help.
Well, is Cody Bellinger's finger broken? He got hit last night. He's having imaging done today. If he's hurt, while he hasn't been magnificent this year, he's been okay.
It's fine.
You're going to have to replace him. If he's out for 2 months with a broken finger that requires surgery, you got an issue. I'm not saying he is. He said, we'll see. We're going to have imaging done. He didn't say, it's nothing. I'll be in the lineup tomorrow. Although the last time he said that, when he hurt his knee or his rib, he was out a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
it's all right. You got Pete Crow, and Talkman will be back soon.
So
that's good enough. What? Play the kids, kid.
I'm good with that, but I'm still going to have to add on if you're in the race. You owe it to your city. You owe it to your team. You owe it to the fans that spend a fortune jamming that place.
I'm just all right. We don't have to talk about it now, but it's going to be a conversation we're going to have. Is if you are that good or you feel like you can get into the playoffs, you're going to add a bat. Where does it go?
Well, again, what's up with Bellinger?
But besides, Bellinger will be fine. He'll be fine. Even if he plays August 1, he'll be fine. It's not debilitating that he's going to be out for the season. It's not that bad. It's a finger. He's fine.
I hope you're right.
But then, what else? That's the question. That's the topic we're going to have. If you feel like you're close, what are you adding on? What do you need? What else? Because the team is what it is. DH power?
Maybe.
Probably like an old veteran.
How about a catcher? How about your catching stinks. Terrible.
All right, Shay. That's neato.
All right.
Not neato. Go ahead.
Hoodie Angel Reese continues to stir up some controversy. Yesterday, sitting on 9 points and 13 rebounds, the Sky were up 7 on their final possession. Angel Reese got in the post, demanded the ball from her teammate, then drew a foul so she could get to the stripe. She hit both, finishes with 11 and 13, and extends the double-double streak to 14 games. There was no reason. The game was over other than extending the double-double streak. So, shot or no shot, Angel Reese is a stat patter.
No, she's not a stat patter.
That's a shot. Cap, so she broke the WNBA mark of double-doubles, consecutive double-doubles in a game, in a season.
Yeah, it's super cool.
So that's fine. But I'd like for you, Shay, to show Cap sequence because I saw the video of it, and she's getting made fun of on social media where people are in a gym and they're missing shots on purpose to get the rebound, to miss another shot to get the rebound, offensive rebound 2-3 to be able to get 10 or more. It's interesting what's happening here with this. Does she pad her stats? I just think that she's more sure-handed offensively, that she can make these bunnies. And I feel like she's better than this. Some of these missed shots that she has at the rim, she's better than that. I saw her in college. I know she can make these layups, but it feels like that one video where she's demanding the ball, it's as if she knew that she was a rebound or two shy of getting that double-double. Did that look like that to you, Shay, or is that just my eyes?
Yeah, I think she's I mean, there was a sequence at the end of a game the other day where she missed like 4 consecutive shots and rebounded all of them. And look, to me, it's kind of irrefutable. She's padding the stats a little bit to keep the streak going. The follow-up question is, do you care? Because I don't.
I don't care.
Get your numbers.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying, like, I know that she's a better player than those missed shots. Some are going to fall short. It's not, but Shay, as you saw that sequence like I did in that game, I know that she can hit layups. And I just feel like, I don't know if she talked to someone on the bench and how, because she wants to keep that streak going. It doesn't matter to me. But I know that she's better than what I saw in that sequence.
What I will say about yesterday in particular is you already set the record. The game is over. You're up 7. It's the final possession. Just let the streak end. You don't need to demand the ball from your teammate and draw a ridiculous foul just to keep the streak going.
It's just kind of funny to me.
Are you going to mention Caitlyn's day yesterday? She made history, dude. Real incredible history. You going to mention it?
What is happening right now? Does she play in Chicago? This is my issue. I can't bring up anything about this sport without somebody jumping down my throat about Caitlyn Clark.
Well, when you see what she did yesterday, first player in an NBA or WNBA game since 1973-74 to have 29, 13 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 steals, 5 blocks. How about a little love?
And a loss to Washington.
That's correct, 89-80.
Don't forget that part of it, too.
That is correct.
Sides is fine.
Hoodie, why can't we talk about the local athlete in the sport without having to shoehorn Caitlyn Clark in?
Because this guy's like Cap that just wants to, embrace her.
Nobody's diminishing the accomplishment. Very good for her. She played a great game. She doesn't play here. I didn't deem it as relevant to this audience. I'm asking about Angel Reese, who plays in town, and a thing that went viral on social media and was being talked about in certain outlets yesterday. I thought we could bring it here. Why does it have to be, hey, buddy, are you going to mention Caitlyn Clark?
Well, it's not like she had 12 points and 7 boards. She did something no NBA or WNBA players done in 40, 50 years. 50! Stick it, Norling.
Not as impressive as Sloppy Thurston.
That's right. Hey, Michael
Might be
Kopech
right.
did something yesterday. Hasn't happened in 101 years for the White Sox.
That's all.
I brought up Angel Reese. I better bring up Kopech.
Yes, Cap, it was a great accomplishment. You know why? Because Caitlyn Clark is the face of the WNBA. That make you feel better? She's the face of the WNBA. She is at this point in time.
No,
and more than likely Rookie of the Year. How's that? I doubled down for you.
I think she will be Rookie of the Year, but I would say the face of the WNBA still has got to be like Sabrina Ionescu. She's amazing. Amazing.
You know what? Wake me up when Caitlyn Clark does it in the Olympics. Give me a call then.
She's got to get there first. She's got to be invited. All right, Shay, can you squeeze in one more before around the NFL?
Yeah, Jaylen Brown yesterday did some complaining on social media after being left off the U.S. Olympic team in the wake of Kawhi Leonard's departure. His Celtics teammate Derek White was added to Team USA. Jaylen Brown took to Twitter, where he posted the monocle emoji, apparently questioning the decision, and then at Nike. Mm-hmm. Apparently blaming Nike for leaving him off of Team USA because he's been critical of their brand. My question, shot or no shot, Jaylen Brown is being a bad teammate to Derek White.
No shot. This has nothing to do with Derek White. It's him expressing his opinion on something. No, I have no issue with it. I don't think he's being a bad teammate. Do you?
Not a bad teammate to Derek White. I think he feels like he got passed over because he's a Nike guy. And with the stuff that he said about Nike. I would
hope that's not true, but
yeah.
It's certainly being expressed by others that it's a valid concern. That should never play into it. Never.
Yeah, I mean, I heard Grant Hill and his explanation. He says, I just want to put the best team out there. I just think that Jaylen Brown is one of the best players in the league today. And for him not to be considered, and Derek White, who's a good player in his own right,
yeah,
I just think that that's a short shrift on Jaylen Brown, who wants to be he wants to represent his country. Why wouldn't he?
Like people who are not in the game, they have no idea that when you go recruiting, now NIL gets into it, but pre-NIL, kids, you would lose recruits because of the shoes. Nope, he's got to be at a Nike school because Nike sponsors his high school team, and they're going to kind of – that stuff was out there, man.
Yes. So what do you think that phone call was like, Shay? Jaylen Brown, he's just waiting by the phone, and Derek White gets the call instead. What's that like?
Do you think Jaylen just left the room, immediately logged onto his phone?
Probably so.
Like, my thing is, if I'm Derek White, this is a cool accomplishment. I would think my teammate would be happy for me, not going, it should have been me.
And by the way,
I get it. Like, I'm not saying Jaylen's wrong to feel the way he feels. I would just maybe take it easy. That's your teammate.
You, by the way, as a Celtics fan, Shay, you're good with this.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
And honestly, Derek White's probably a better roster fit if you go through the, genuine roster construction of it. Just probably won't matter because they're going to win the gold medal regardless.
They will?
If they don't win the gold medal with KD and LeBron and Curry and Tatum and Anthony Edwards and Embiid, and they finally brought the big dogs back out for this. If they don't win the gold, that is a referendum.
Yeah, I guess so, Cap. I think Team USA could win. Now, Greg Berhalter was coaching the men's basketball. Maybe not.
Wow.
That guy stinks.
I can tell you this. The original Dream Team, 1992, they would take this iteration and beat them like dogs.
No question.
Oh, my God.
Any rules. And I know people think, well, what rules are we playing? Doesn't matter. International rules.
It wouldn't matter the rules, but
Yeah.
if they played in the 90s rules, these kids would go crying home. Like, what? He can't hit me like that. Yes, he can.
We got Around the NFL, and don't forget it's a Deal Breakers Thursday coming up at 8:35 on Cap and J Hood.